Hey guys, welcome to another session of the Zionist Academy. I remain your tech instructor and my name is Jenny. In today's class, we're going to be looking at how to work with bullets and numberings while working on our documents. A whole lot of us do not know how to use bullets and numberings. So this is another opportunity, guys. Learn how to use that bullets and numberings while working in the document. And if you can get this straight, and trust me, you're good to go. So okay, let's move to the agenda of the day.
Okay, we are here now. Um, Now we are looking at how we can number our documents using line numbers, using numberings and bullets and all of that. As you can see, this is a custom way of numbering your document. It actually consists of alphabets and numbers, which is alphanumeric. This is pretty much how I love numbering my documents. Let's take a zoom. Now you can see how coordinated the document is, properly numbered and all of that. Well, but that's just me. That's how I love to number my document. There are other ways you can number your document by just using the document bullets and numberings. This is a basic CV. I want you to ignore the content of the document, like I always say. It was just generated for this particular tutorial. Now you can see what we're concentrating on is how to use the bullets here. Then on our third document, we're concentrating on how to use the line numbers. This is more like a poem for those who love writing poems or quotes. You love associating every line with a number, so this is exactly how you go about it. It's quite easy. All right, so let's start off with the first document. Now, this is our first document. We want to see how to number our documents this way, using an alphanumeric style of numbering our documents. So how did I achieve that? So let's a new document. Great. Let's give it a proper zoom of 100%. 100%. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this for formality's sake. Well, it's not really because I believe we must have typed this. Our last class, we actually discussed how we could format a document properly. So if you missed out on that class, I'll be dropping the link at the comment section. So all you just need to do is to click on the link and navigate through, watch, and learn how to format your documents properly. Today's class is more of using the bullets and numbers. So this is just a new page. I populated this random text for this practice. So let's copy it over here. Okay, great. So this is what we would like to number. Just take this up a bit also. Now, this is the part we're concentrating on. We want it to look more like this. More like this part. Okay, so the first one says serial number 1, right? So let's do it. So all you just need to do is to type S\n. Now using your tab key is the one that has tab written on it, TAB, or if you don't have tab written on it, it has a front arrow pointing to the left, a back arrow pointing to the right. That's your tab key. So after typing S/n, which represents serial number 1, you press your tab key. Depending on the kind of space, the number of spaces you want. I want 2 tabs, so I press it twice. This is great. So all I just need to do is I'll navigate to the second line of my paragraph and I do the same. Now notice the first line actually went, backwards. So for us to do that, we have to use our back key, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to do the same for the second paragraph. So we're going to do S /N. This will be 2. So press our tab key twice. 1, 2. Great. Then we'll do it for the second one, the second line. 1, 2. Great. Then we come back here and we use the back key. Awesome. So we do it here again. S /N3. So we go 1, 2. Then we come back here again. We go 1, 2. Then put a cursor here. Then we take it back. Great. So we do it for 4. I'm doing it 4 times, so you get used to it. 1, 2, using the tab key. Again, 1, 2, using your tab key. Then you bring it back. 1. Great. So okay, we still have one more. Okay, let's repeat it one more time. Let's go. S /N5. That's serial number 5. So we go 1, 2. So we repeat that same move again. 1, 2, and back. Great. Now notice that the paragraphs are not as populated as this. Yes, they are not as populated as this. It depends on whatever it is that you're typing. This is what I choose to type right now. So even if it were to be a bigger paragraph, it will still be aligned like this. The most important thing is you know how to make it look more like this. All right. So, but it's still not looking good. Why is that? Okay, your guess is as good as mine. That's because it's not justified. We talked about document formatting in my last tutorial, and we talked about how important it is for us to justify our documents. So all we just need to do is to we'll justify them paragraphs by paragraphs. And we hit the home key. We hover to the paragraph panel. Now this stands for left indent. This is for the middle, or you call it the center. Then this is for the right alignment. So this is, you have your left alignment, your center alignment, your right alignment, and this is for justify. So that's to make your margins even, your text even. So just click on it. As you can see, we do the same for the second one. Justify. Great. We do for the third. As you can see, I'm trying as much as I can not to use the shortcuts. I'm going to do a video for using shortcuts on Microsoft. That video is just going to be dedicated to shortcuts. Okay, so just do this right. I want you to get used to knowing where these things are located actually. Alright, so you can see that we've been able to achieve. Great. This is just a sample document and it's not as populated as the original document, right? This is very, 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 very populated. So the most important thing is you get to know how to use this. So you could, make it look beautiful. Beautiful. I love doing this. I love making it look slanted. That's italic. Okay, you can see how it is when you highlight a pop-up comes up, so you select bold, and you click on italics. You do the same for this, select bold or click on italics. You can also get the same features here, select bold and italics, so it's all the same. Okay guys, so that's how you can number this particular document in this format, right? So let's delve into the second one. Oh, I want you to ignore the content. Like I always say, ignore the content of the document. Don't let it distract you. It is just populated for the tutorials. Now, what we're looking at is this, the bullets part of it. Now, this dot you see here is actually called a bullet. Now, it's not, it can be, it has different symbol. It mustn't be a dot, okay? It has different symbols, and we're going to be looking at that shortly. So, how do we achieve this? And this is quite simple. I think we have a new document opened for us already. Yes, great. So what we do is let's just copy this out. This is quite simple. You just type and press your enter key to achieve that. All right, great. So, what exactly is that again? Okay, let's do this. Let me copy. Just excuse me. Excuse me. This should be capital letter, but just like I said, it's gibberish. Ignore the content. Whatever it is you're typing will be very, very reasonable, so ignore whatever it is that you see here. I just want to copy this. Great. Okay. Oh, I actually used a shortcut. Oh, okay. Let's look at what we want to do. Okay. So let's paste this. Right. Um, Now we want to add a bullet to this because this is actually the part of one CV where your duties will be highlighted, and for you to buttress your points you have to use a bullet or a numbering. And for me it is more preferably if you use it's more preferable rather if you use a bullet. So let's use a bullet. And how do we do it? We'll click on home. Your home tab is very handy. It has your often used tools, so you can see that this is the bullets, and you can get it at your paragraph panel. So you can just click on it and that's it. You've gotten your bullets. But let's say we don't want to use this dot. Let's use something else. You click on the drop down and you can see you have a whole lot here. So you could use this, you could use this. You can see they're changing. You can use this, you can use this. Let's use something else. Let's use this sticker. So now we've used that sticker. We want to, add more of our duties while we were working at Park Resorts as an international chef. Okay, so let's do this, and we click on enter. Now, by clicking on enter, the document produces another bullet for you because it believes you want to continue. So let's say, yeah, we want to continue the second point, third point, yeah, fourth point, good enough. Then we click on enter, but we do not have any fifth point. We don't have a fifth duty. So how do we get out of this, continuously generated bullets? All you just need to do is to hit your backspace key. You hit it again. You hit it again, and that's it. So you're back to this particular alignment. All right. Great. So let's copy the second one. Your second experience at Nadi's place. Now you've been promoted. Or yeah, I think it's more the same. Senior chef, international chef. Some people consider international chef more, lucrative in terms of respect and sorry, in terms of pay and all of that. So let's say you swapped job. Nadi's place is the bomb, is the new place in town, and they promise to treat you better. So you signed into Nadi's place for a better offer. So let's do it. Let's just copy this, paste. Great. Okay, so you have your duties now. Oops, sorry. Let's still use this as an example. You highlight. You could do your right click and copy, or you just hover it down here and copy. So that's it. So you click on enter and you paste. Oh no, I don't want that. You paste, and this is exactly how it is. So you repeat the same thing to your bullets. Great. So you pretty much do the same thing here, right? You do the same thing, you do the same thing. Now there is a fifth duty for you. You're being paid better. You can have up to 5 duties, so 6. And you want to get out, you click on your backspace and that's it. So let's assume we do not want to use these bullets anymore. We want to use numbers instead. So how do we achieve that? All we just need to do is you double click and drag to uh, highlight the entire bullets, the affected areas. You hover to your home tab and you can come over to your numbering. You can just click on numbering and you can see it takes a new shape onto numbering. Or you could, maybe you don't want to use that numbering, you want to use something else. You want to use your Roman figures or you want to use your alphabets. You could just, whatever it is that you prefer to use, you can just use them. All right, so we want to do the same thing here. You highlight, double click and drag, you click on home tab, then we hover down here. Right, so you can see that's how to use your bullets, your numberings. So I want you to notice something. Right. Okay, so oops. Okay, yeah. Let's say this is okay, yes, this is what we want. Then we continue over here and pretty much that's also what we want. Right. We highlight, then you click on continue numbering. You can see that it actually continued from D. We have E, F, G, H, I, J. The same thing we could do. Let's restart again. You right click and we start from A. So everything becomes A, B, C, D, E, F. The same thing is applicable to when we use numbers. This is what I need. Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and regardless that this is another session, we want it to continue. We want this to be 5, 6, 7, 8, and all of that. So we change it to numbers, right? Then we right click, then we click on continue, not sorry. Then you click on continue numbering. So you can see that it's taken a new total. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we don't want it to be like that. We want it to be independent. So we restart. We click on restart at 1. Great. So this is cool. This is a very cool feature. So this is how we can number our documents, while creating probably a basic CV or something else. Okay, so let's take it back to our bullets. I want you to understand something. Let's take it back to our bullets. This is cool. This is also cool. Okay, so let's just imagine if Control C. I just used the shortcut. Well, Control C is for copy. Then Control V is for paste. Let's paste it all over again. Okay, let's say this is what we do, right? This is exactly our duty number 1. So you can see what I did. I actually made it, I justified it, making it look beautiful. So you could actually do that using your bullets, right? So I believe now we know how to use our bullets and our numberings. We know how to restart. We know how to continue using a particular set of numbers and all of that. Then I also want us to quickly look at this. Yes, this is for those who really love poetry. So how did we arrive at this? It's easy, guys. All we just need to do is just create a new document first and foremost. Great. Now, when it comes to line numbers, when you're dealing with line numbers, you should understand that it starts from the beginning of your page. So you wouldn't want to have a header per se. So instead of a header, what you need to have is, yes, sorry, I made a mistake. You wouldn't want to have a heading, like, a title. A title, yes, that's the perfect word. What you need is a header, like your header and footer. So this is exactly what I'm trying to say. Let's create a new document and let's get this. Let's copy and oops, sorry. Okay, now this is exactly what we want. So okay, to love and behold, that's our title. So what we do here is you double tap or you just go to home, sorry, you go to insert, then header, right? So I just love using the shortcut by double tapping, and we give it to love and behold. Okay, then we'll align it to the center. We increase the font size, we make it bold, and we change the font to something like this. Oops, sorry. Highlight it, make it bold, increase the font size 16, and give this, okay. So you can see now. So how do we, um, what next? Let's increase our font. Let's increase our font to, let's say 14. 14 is good. Then let's look at it again. What do we have? What do we have? Okay, this is what we have. We need to align it to the center to make it look this way. And then we give it a document line. Right, so all we just need to do is align it to the center. Align to, right. Then we give it what, the line number. So we click on layout, then we click on line numbers, then we click on continuous. So you can see that every line has a number. Every line has a number. Okay, but that's not enough. We need to work on our margins. So this is also a video to teach you how to work on your margins. So how do you do that? You click on layout, then you hover to margins, then you choose, we want it to shrink to the middle. We want to give here a pad and here a pad, so click. Okay, so you can see we're heading there. Now, there's a whole lot of space down. If what you want to type is not much, we need to reduce the space. We need to take it off. So what do? We go to layout, right? Go to layout. Sorry. We go to document size, and we click on more paper. Okay, so this is our document size. The width is 21 centimeters. The width is fine. The height, let's reduce our height to, like, let's say 15 centimeter. Okay, 15 centimeter is great. Let's take this off. Let's see, this is exactly how our poem, this is how it ends, or where it ends rather. I think I like this to be bigger. Um, okay, so for us to, you can make this bigger too if you want. Okay, let's use 14 so we don't have a spillover. But you actually understand what we're trying to achieve. We've gotten the lines, we've centralized, we've added some padding over here, so it's centralized. So let's give it a page border. Okay, design, page borders. And I love to use the arts. Let's give it an apple. Oh, our apples seem to be too thick. Okay, so we go back to design, page borders, then we reduce the width. It's too thick. You can see as we're reducing it, there's something happening here. Just watch again. We're increasing it now to 10. I think 13 point is okay. Click on. Great. Awesome. So this is just a simple example of how we were able to achieve this. This is broader because our text is bigger and all of that, but you get the whole idea. That's how to achieve it. You get the whole idea. So if your text is bigger and your margin is wider, it becomes wider, right? So it depends on what you want to achieve. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call this to a close. And if you succeeded in getting to this point, then you're good to go. you should be able to use your numberings and bullets on Microsoft Word. All right. Thank you so much for making it again. Thank you for your audience. See you at my next video.